Indonesia, a sprawling archipelago of over 17,000 islands, boasts a history as rich and diverse as its geography. For centuries, powerful empires rose and fell, leaving behind a tapestry of cultures, languages, and religions. From the Buddhist Srivijaya Empire, which dominated maritime trade routes, to the Hindu Majapahit Kingdom, known for its vast influence, Indonesia has long been a crossroads of civilizations. These ancient kingdoms established sophisticated systems of governance, art, and literature, shaping the cultural identity of the archipelago. The arrival of Islam in the 13th century further enriched Indonesia's cultural landscape, with its influence eventually spreading across much of the archipelago. The spice trade, a lucrative enterprise connecting East and West, brought European powers to Indonesian shores in the 16th century. The Portuguese were the first to arrive, followed by the Dutch and the British. Drawn by the allure of cloves, nutmeg, and pepper, these colonial powers sought to control the spice trade, leading to competition and conflict. The Dutch East India Company, established in 1602, gradually gained dominance over other European powers, marking the beginning of centuries of colonial rule. The company's relentless pursuit of profit came at a heavy price for the Indonesian people. Forced labor, exploitation of resources, and suppression of local cultures became the hallmarks of Dutch colonialism. However, the Indonesian spirit, forged over centuries of resilience and adaptation, refused to be extinguished. Despite the oppressive conditions, Indonesian culture continued to thrive. Traditional art forms like wayang kulit, shadow puppetry, and gamelan music provided solace and a means of preserving cultural identity. As the 19th century drew to a close, a new spirit of nationalism began to stir among the Indonesian people. Inspired by Enlightenment ideals and fueled by resentment against colonial rule, this burgeoning nationalist movement would set the stage for Indonesia's long and arduous journey to independence. The turn of the 20th century witnessed a profound shift in the Indonesian consciousness. The Dutch colonial policy, known as the ethical policy, aimed to improve social conditions but inadvertently sowed the seeds of Indonesian nationalism. Education, though limited to a privileged few, opened a window to the wider world, exposing Indonesians to new ideas about self-determination and freedom. Inspired by the rise of nationalist movements in other parts of Asia, Indonesian intellectuals, writers, and activists began to challenge the legitimacy of Dutch rule. Early nationalist organizations emerged, advocating for greater autonomy and social justice. Budi Utomo, founded in 1908, focused on educational and cultural reforms, promoting a sense of shared Indonesian identity. The Sarekat Islam, established in 1911, combined religious and political activism, mobilizing the masses against colonial exploitation. These early nationalist movements, though diverse in their approaches, shared a common goal to liberate Indonesia from the shackles of colonialism. Newspapers and magazines published in Malay, the lingua franca of the archipelago, played a crucial role in disseminating nationalist ideas. The Dutch colonial authorities, alarmed by the growing tide of nationalism, responded with repression. Nationalist leaders were often exiled or imprisoned, their activities closely monitored. However, the suppression only served to strengthen the resolve of the Indonesian people. The seeds of nationalism, once sown, had taken root, and the desire for independence continued to grow. The stage was set for the emergence of charismatic leaders who would galvanize the Indonesian people and lead them on the path to freedom. From the crucible of colonialism emerged two towering figures destined to shape Indonesia's destiny. Sukarno, a charismatic orator with a gift for mobilizing the masses, and Muhammad Hatta, a brilliant economist and strategist. Sukarno, born into a family of teachers, possessed an undeniable charisma and a powerful command of language. He captivated audiences with his fiery speeches, articulating the aspirations of a nation yearning for freedom. Hatta, on the other hand, brought a sharp intellect and a pragmatic approach to the nationalist movement. He believed in the importance of education, economic self-sufficiency, and a united Indonesia. Together, Sukarno and Hatta formed a formidable partnership, complementing each other's strengths and inspiring millions with their vision of an independent Indonesia. They co-founded the Indonesian National Party, PNI, in 1927, which advocated for complete independence from Dutch rule. The PNI quickly gained popularity, attracting Indonesians from all walks of life. Sukarno's electrifying speeches ignited the spirit of resistance, while Hatta provided the intellectual framework for a post-colonial Indonesia. Their unwavering commitment to independence and their ability to bridge ethnic and religious divides made them symbols of hope for a nation yearning to break free. However, the path to freedom was fraught with challenges. The Dutch colonial authorities, threatened by the growing popularity of the nationalist movement, arrested Sukarno and Hatta in 1933. Sukarno's exile to Flores and later to Bengkulu, and Hatta's imprisonment on the island of Banda only served to solidify their status as national heroes. Their imprisonment and exile further fueled the flames of resistance, turning them into martyrs for the cause of Indonesian independence. Despite facing constant surveillance and repression, Sukarno and Hatta continued to inspire their followers from afar, their spirits unbroken. The struggle for independence, though dealt a blow, was far from over.